Then I began to feel and see the children that I'm interacting with. These kids lack confidence, but they are intelligent. This kid lacks something that drives transformation. And I started to tell my wife, we need to do something about it, because it's not that Africans were not clever. We are, but there's something missing. So we started a mentorship program to help to boost the morale, the confidence of these children. But as God will have it, as we dived into this mentorship program, we started to see the importance of identity. We started to see children transforming. I mean, those kids who were not doing well academically started to improve as we teach them the power of identity. These children begin to understand that they were not slaved born. These children begin to understand that education started from their roots. These children begin to understand that mathematics, which they cry in class, was created by a woman in Congo. And when they started to see these things with facts, I can tell you the confidence of these children went ablaze. So starting the mentorship program was a boost. And then we got the blessing of the government, and we were able to now start what we call the Children in Freedom School. We have grown. Right now we have the ability to confidently say we can see the impact of our work. Children who have no confidence to create, to implement, to innovate, because of what we teach them, not maths and English, it will take you nowhere. But understanding who you are, you can become even the president. Because why? Mansa Musa did not go to class to sit down and solve maths and physics, but he was the richest man in the whole world today. Because why? He understands a small aspect of financial business, selling gold and salt. We can do better than that. So what we are lacking is what we are teaching children. In our school today, we are infused, not only understanding the cultural background of the children, the identity, but teaching these children what we have in Africa. Nobody, it has caused a lot of turmoil, because if you go to some universities, for example, you are wondering why some people are studying BScom. In a university in Africa, they are studying French. For what? Are you understanding me? In a university in Africa, why should we not study gold? Why should we not study diamond? 3 years ago, there was a story in Zimbabwe. Children were naked, throwing stones to each other, and they were playing and singing the songs, and we are very happy people. And the tourist from Germany was passing, and this stone hit the vehicle of this tourist vehicle, this green tourist vehicle, and they came down angry, insulting, very fierce, and he looked at the stone. It was a big diamond. He looked at the children, canceled his trip, went back to Germany, and what he came back to give our black children was second-hand clothes. There is something that we need to learn. We are born multi-billionaires, and our children, black children, need to know this. We have mountains of resources. The time has come. What are you teaching the babies? Because those are the people who will transform our generation. What do they know? Why are they not mining our resources and using it for our benefit? Why is Nigeria not having light and yet we have uranium? There is so many things.
One of the greatest oil producers.
And we have so much oil
no
and
light,
we get
no electricity.
Today we are still using the constitution from England in all English-speaking countries, including Kenya. Things have to change. Things have to change. The children in Africa must sit down. We have to educate them what they need to learn, how they need to focus their education. We have been miseducated. No more chamber belt education. No more chamber belt education. People are tossed into universities to study nonsense, and they come out with a paper to look for job. It should stop.
But you know, they don't know that they're just going to get a paper. Because once you don't know who you are, you don't know your identity, you don't have the skill and the sensitivity to have a meeting with yourself and really know what you're supposed to do in this life. You're just in the conveyor belt. Africans, we are in the conveyor belt of an education where you'll just get a certificate, an education that is very much founded on colonial aspects. So we are just there. Okay, you're good in maths, let's continue. You are good in this, let's continue. At the end of the day, you graduate with this certificate. There are no jobs. You're either going to do something totally different from what you studied, or you don't even know what to do with your life. It just still boils down to identity. When you know who you are early, you're able to make decisions for yourself and for your community, become the change maker, even within your family, because your parents are our generation. As we've received a very colonial education, you can tell even by how we speak English. This is a very colonial set education. And you become that child, the Azias, the Abduls, they become the change makers within their communities, their families, their friends. Imagine there's another way. Africa is great like this. You people are important like this. Without you, there's no world. That's why we are called motherland. If you plant a seed in this child and it becomes the culture, it shouldn't be a one-day affair, or today is our annual culture day. Today is, I don't know what, Africa Day. Then after that, we forget. Children don't even understand. They don't link. They don't, weave all this African culture and activities and practices to themselves. They don't know why are we doing these things. That's how I was, so I can speak. We would do so many things. I think I wore my first African print. I must have been in second year in my university. Because we employ teachers who have nothing African in their home, nothing African in their wardrobe. So we are so colonized in a way that has become our culture. And what Freedom School is doing and consciously doing is every day decolonizing. It starts even with me. I have to decolonize. I have to keep querying myself. And then it can trickle down to our partners who are the teachers, the staff members, and then to the children who every day. And remember, these children have not lived long enough to be really colonized. So we are now preparing a generation that we believe one day do not need decolonizing, do not need damage control. They will be strong Africans wherever they are. If anyone tries to tell them something negative about themselves, they have facts. They say, what are you talking about? Do you know we supply the world with this and that? Do you know that because of us, the world is standing? Do you know that you have facts? You're so full of yourself and so full of the truth, not lies. Why Africans are not standing for themselves is because the lies have become the truth for them. So you even second guess. I've been in high-level meetings where the African team doesn't speak up because yes, you do have ideas, but remember who you are. You don't feel good enough. I don't think I know more than this one who is coming from a country that colonized me, a country that has given me books to read, that has given me the kind of education I have, a country that is giving us money, paying our salaries through that money. I don't think I'm good enough. I don't think I know like enough like that, but that's a lie. We own who we are, who we really are once we know the truth. So the Afrocentric curriculum that we are implementing in Freedom School is one of truth and exposure. And when these children, once they are strong in themselves, that they can go out there and change the world without feeling they have to change themselves first.
Yeah, I really like that. For us in Freedom School, education is only two things. Number one, exposure, and number two, the truth. Even if your child did not know how to do maths, physics, chemistry, or whatever, but your child grew up in an environment of truth, he will become a king. If your child is exposed to everything right, the child will do well in life. The ability of someone to tell you to dress in a certain way, and then they tell us to put tie, is a colonial way of dressing, because that was how they showed us how to put chains in our neck, and it was called a tie. That is why Africans should rethink their code of dressing. They should rethink the code of, how your demeanor. If actually we are the sons and daughters of God, we should represent ourselves as a dominion of our Father. Thanks so much.